Hello. Howdy. How's it going, Internet? It's been a while. There's a reason. There isn't a reason. Well, there is a reason, but the reason I don't want to actually admit. I'm bloody scared of this game. Just admitted it. That's fine. Anyway, I'm here with Obvious, someone else.
Hi!
Yep. And we're going to continue.
Didn't miss my cue.
No, she didn't. Excellent job, my dear. Now, load game. Wow, last time I played this was December. Alright. Let's go in. Got a choice. Who should I show my poem first?
Natsuki, if I remember right.
Yep. Natsuki.
It's almost like we did this before and had to ditch the recording because the dog started barking and there were various noises in the background of my room. But,
Clearly
not. Clearly that didn't happen.
Yeah, we're professionals. We have professional equipment that blocks out all of that noise. We don't just do these in our own respective rooms.
Nope.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh dear, I'm talking to myself. Forgot about this.
Okay. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things.
Ooh.
In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. What's that noise?
Huh?
Oh,
Was there a noise in the background?
there's a noise in my background. No one can hear it.
Oh.
Can you hear it?
I heard a tiny noise in my background, which would be the bunny. Who
Sure,
looks
it's
like
Monika.
she's about to partake in Box O'Clock, which I really hope she doesn't. No,
Like-
she's just gonna go poop.
Like Monika said.
Ooh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not like that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like.
And then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retorts, getting caught in her throat.
Ooh, you don't understand anything, do you?
I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important, Baka. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't really figure if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still want to show me yours, right? Fine, guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Hey! Everyone loves this poem. There's nothing weird about it either. I like that.
I do actually really like this poem. I think it's good.
Yes.
Legitimately.
It's a good poem. Very simple one, but simple doesn't mean bad.
Most of the other ones aren't all that tremendous in my opinion. I think Yuri's is really pretentious.
Well,
All of hers are really pretentious.
to be honest, she's very elegant and would talk about stuff like that. Anyway,
I.e., is a little pretentious.
yes, it's a bit up herself. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. about it. So simple.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it.
I liked it.
But just be honest.
I am. Hey, we honestly do like it. It's probably the best poem thus far, without going into the creepy stuff. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme in the end and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps brings up the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to human over that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? What do you think, my dear?
It is entirely up to you. I don't know, I usually would save Monika for last, but...
Alright, let's go to Yuri.
Oh right, I'm voicing Yuri. Whoops!
Yes. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. Not by the image. Just trust me. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Not mine, though. I'll continue to stammer. And she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different writing skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by examples, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? I thought you almost said bitch there. Anyway, how?
Well... never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Man, it's so hard to read Yuri's.
You want me to do it?
For a second I thought the last word is I fucked back.
Yeah, it does kind of look like fucker. It
Yeah.
also looks a bit like hicker.
Yeah,
It does look a bit like a capital H.
but it is an F. As someone who actually writes cursive, I can barely read my own writing.
My cursive looks the same as it did in the 3rd grade, honestly. So,
Yeah, it's sort of like an on-off switch for me. It's like if I want to write really fancy, I write really fancy, but it looks horrible. I usually do it for like, names and stuff. Do you want to read it? It is her poem.
sure. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Very dramatic. I call this Dramatica.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? Nah. I wasn't thinking that at all. We weren't even talking about it just before. No, wink.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, there must be a timer in the back there. I do know, and I won't be doing it for this, but apparently if you do the skip function, there'll be lines that appear like I don't know what they said. Anyway, we're not going to do that because we're fully engrossed into this and we don't want to skip another line. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like your poem. Even though it's short, it's really
And
descriptive.
pretentious. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, LB.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Who shall I show my poem to next?
Monika or... Oh, let's show it to that desk chair over there.
Which one? There's
I
so
think
many.
Bottom left? Or maybe the one closest to the closet. Yes, I think that one will appreciate it. Let's romance the chair.
I'm trying to click on it. It's not working. I must have done something wrong.
Monika!
Licking Monika.
Hi, LB. Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah, I am.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, like hanging our members, I'm always listening.
What?
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. It'd be much better off going in with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, LB. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
Mm-hmm. I like it, LB.
Really?
No.
Straight up no. It's horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever read.
No, this is garbage. This is just
Yeah.
a hot, steaming pile of garbage.
Do you see in my hand? No, because I put it in the bin.
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something that Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. Now I want to point something out here.
Sure.
Natsuki never showed her poems to the club before. So how would she know that Natsuki's a good writer?
I don't know. It seems that Monika has some sort of strange omniscience to her.
That or it was slight oversight in the writing.
It could be either A or B, or Natsuki already showed Monika the poem. Because
Yes.
everyone's sharing poems.
That's true.
So they could have done
That's
that
true.
first.
Also, that's right, Monika found one of Natsuki's poems to begin with.
Mhm.
So never mind.
But there is
Never mind.
theory debunked.
Yep.
That's not a theory. That's just decent
A
writing.
debunked theory. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side of, my friends being abused at home.
Indeed.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good and also has a very strange distinction about discussing friends out in the open.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident, and I'm kind of a bitch. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. I have to scroll for this one.
Not much.
And there is a lot worse later. Do you want to read this one as well, since it is Monika's?
Sure. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper, the sound of frantic scrolling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I think that's different from the first time you go through. I think that's a different poem.
Probably. Mind you, I think this is a Monika that I'm not even going to say it. Because clearly Monika has no extraterrestrial powers beyond herself.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform. That's what you can call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening!
Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is... The music's changing.
Did it?
It changed for a little bit. As someone who, tunes into music a lot more than most, it changed pitch. Just for a little bit.
Maybe.
It's as
I
if...
noticed it too.
Yes. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there is no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. I said it right. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem...
Oh, here we go.
Oh dear. As they read in tandem, I watch each other as their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can this be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did.
DeviantArt in a nutshell.
Indeed.
Monika liked it, and LP did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions on my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And LB liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh dear.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so interested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that LB appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? How did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do ever overly cutesy.
Ooh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose booth magically grew a size bigger as soon as LB started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
I just said words.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch?
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? The saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves above they graduate middle school, you know.
I do not like this.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself off that edge, Yuri. My bad, you already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let LB hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turned towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here.
LB? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. He started it. Who should I choose?
Whoever you want to choose.
I'm gonna choose Yuri. He didn't allow me. I'm gonna choose Natsuki. Yuri? Natsuki. Yuri? Natsuki. Yuri? Natsuki. Yuri? Monika?
Ah! Hi!
Hi, Monika. What are you doing, Monika?
Well, Yuri or Natsuki. You can still pick.
Well, she's got lines.
Oh, she does? Okay, never mind, sorry.
It's alright.
Hey, LB, why don't we step outside for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. By the way, we can look at the history and see what all that was. All that scrolled back.
Okay, history. Let me just go up. Wait. How did it get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... Okay, so it's just a normal script.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, whatever.
Whatever, still good to know. Man, that was a weird thing.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Aww. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Elby, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monika.
You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with LB. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate it.
Did yours just go straight to the poem?
Yes, that's supposed to happen.
Oh. Saving. Shall we call that an episode?
We should.
Alright.
We'll get through the poems, or writing the poem, and then pick back up.
Indeed. So, thanks folks. This will be episode 6. See you all next time.
Bye!